When most of us think about homelessness, we imagine people on the street with a sign begging for money. I'll be honest, I was one of these people too before I began my journey to learn more about it. I was unsure of my idea for the Nurturing Your Penchant for Learning project, but I know that the purpose of learning I wanted to fulfill was responsible global citizenship. So I turned to my iPhone app Instagram, where I remember following someone a few months prior named Catchafaz. He took portraits of homeless people, and his bio was, "I just want everyone to look into their eyes and see their souls. We are usually looking in any other direction." I thought that this was truly inspiring and how great of a topic. I wanted to learn about homelessness. I wanted to know what defines homelessness and in what way can I help.
Below us and above us is only sky.
The first thing I had to do was actually define homelessness. I went on Google and looked up what is homelessness. Generally, it's defined as a person who lacks a fixed, regular, and adequate nighttime residence. So there are a lot more people that are homeless than we think.
But I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us.
Pachi, or Catchafaz, started taking portraits by giving homeless people $1 for their picture to be taken. Since then, he's used his supporters to make these people's dreams come true, with his program $1 Dreams. For example, he asked his followers to donate at least $1 towards cooking equipment for a guy named Jersey. Pachi and his followers got Jersey a job cooking at a local restaurant where he makes now $13 an hour.
No religion too.
Pachi is even starting a documentary about his efforts. Okay, here I am about to interview Pachi Tamer, Catchafaz from Instagram, to learn more about what he's been doing to fight homelessness and how he thinks I can help. Okay, so my main question for you is, what is the best way you think I can help or someone else can help homeless people?
I think first of all, talking to them, because people usually try to avoid them, and anyone can be homeless anytime,
Right.
And they're just regular people having a hard time.
Right.
So basically, all we should do is just talk to them, asking how they're doing, what they need. That's the main thing.
Okay, now we're going to go downtown to try to see if we can find some people to talk to about this newspaper called Street. That's another thing I discovered, the Street Sense newspaper, which is the DC metro area street newspaper, stories and poems written by actual homeless people. And these people also have an opportunity to become a vendor, which means that they'll buy each copy for 35 cents but sell it for $1. So 65% directly aids the vendor. So this is a wonderful way for homeless people to have a source of income and get on their feet. Also in the newspapers are things that are affecting the homeless community. This is my friend Gary Wolf that I met downtown in DC. He's 49 years old, has been living in DC on the streets for the past 30 years. He came to play college basketball, but unfortunately turned to drugs. But Gary was such a kind, intelligent, funny person. We ended up talking for about 25 minutes, just about everything about life, about his story, things that are happening in society. And it was really great to hear the perspective of someone that normally people turn their cheek to. And it's just these little connections that need to be made, these human connections that homeless people need to know that people out there care. And one thing Gary said many times in our conversation, get your weight up, not your hate up. That's something that we should all live by. I had a great time talking to Gary, and like he said, God works in mysterious ways, and on that day, Gary was put in my path for a reason.
Lightning striking seasickness away.
In reflecting on my penchant for learning, it's something apart from homelessness. Homelessness is going to happen no matter where you live, no matter how much money you make. It's going to be there. But I think as teachers, we can do something to try to prevent it. What I realized after reading the Schooling for Life, Reclaiming the Essence of Learning, along with doing my things to learn more about homelessness, I realized that there's not enough chance for students to really construct their own learning and construct their own meaning of the things that we teach them in school. One thing that I really enjoyed, what the author Brooks had said, was, "I dream of a time when schools everywhere will always make room for children the way they are, the way they come, and with the names they have. I dream of a time when all children will go to school to create more often than they will go to school to comply. When they will go to school to find out more often than to follow." I thought this was extremely important in my case. Take Gary, for example. He was such an intelligent person. He may have not been good at school, but all of that intelligence has gone to waste because the decisions that he's made. And I think that as teachers, we need to instill this thought of lifelong learning in our students, because it's going to shape who they are in the future that they're going to make for themselves. And that's the most important thing that I've learned throughout this process. Quick 5 ways to help. First, you can talk to them. Give a care package with necessities, give clothes, help a local organization, and don't be judgmental.